the sky. Do 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 do. Ba 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 da ba do. With the spirit in the sky. Do 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 do. Cesaro's here. Hades is in. Glen Acres, Rick Grimes, Niles back. Hey, Gachina Linguini. Darius is here. Full on Shugmatic. SK, Smiggy's here. Michael Tanner, Glicks. Andrew Wilson, Ice Boy, Chris Reeves, Cora, Ford Raptor, TKD, Merasmus. I had trouble with that one. Nardo Viz, Max Hedges. Alpha Centauri's back in. I don't know, gang's all here. Hey, listen, guys. I was gonna do a gaming stream today. We're due for some Resident Evil 2. The only reason I didn't, I just don't have the time. With a game, I want to make sure I've got at least a good solid hour or so, and I don't have a lot of time to stream today. I had to run out to Brax's College and take care of some stuff, so the middle of my day was gone. But actually, I wanted to talk to you because the other thing, Susan gave some love. I know, who would have thought? It looks like notifications actually went out. Pearl Jam is my life. Nothing wrong with Pearl Jam. I was never like a fanatic for Pearl Jam, but I liked them. Yeah, and that's another thing that took up a lot of my time today, and will be, is the changes we're going to be making. There's going to be a lot more, and you guys that are gooshers here know there's going to be a lot more stuff being done over at the Patreon. Basically, what's happening, and you guys know this as well as I do. YouTube is just pushing everybody away, and I'm getting more and more concerns that YouTube will probably continue to exist, but I don't think in the way that we're accustomed to. And I think there's going to be major changes. And so I want to push as much as I can. Plus, I really like the way the community is set up at the Goosh. I'm hoping to get as much of the community over to the Goosh as I can. I'm never going to, for those of you who don't want to go, whatever, I'm never going to abandon the YouTube channel. Don't get me wrong. For one thing, all the regular reaction videos are staying here. There's still going to be live streams here regularly and everything. There's just going to be a lot of extras. The things that either we can't do at YouTube or it's kind of scary to do at YouTube are going to move over there. Plus that, and for those of you who, the few of you who, I did a test stream on some new software at the Goosh yesterday. It's our Patreon. I know I always just say the Goosh. At the Goosh yesterday, that's pretty cool. Is anybody, let's see, is any of the gang in here that was in there yesterday? Some of those features were pretty badass. It's got things like you can ask a question and people give thumbs up to the questions they like. So, as I pick questions, they move to the top of the list. Insta polls. There were just a lot of really cool shit. And then later, after the stream is over, you can go rewatch the stream at Crowdcast. It even tells you right where, like if you want to go see your question, it tells you the timestamp right in the video where you can go see your question and everything. Hold on. I was a wrestler for many, many years. Oh yeah, Morgan's here. I didn't see her here now, Morgan. But weren't the features cool, Morgan? I really enjoyed them. But anyway, and I know a lot of people get upset about that, and they say, well, the Goosh, the Patreon, has a per month. Well, yeah, it does. It has a per month charge. What I do is everything we add, any type of content we put there, is everything will be at the $5 level. You'll never have to pay more than $5 to see the content. We have, obviously, our G100 crew, the Goosh 100 crew sponsors individual series and stuff like that, but you don't have to pay anything more than $5 to see and do everything. I'm also going to have a regular live stream. I'm thinking it's going to be Thursdays. My goal is, and this is what I've been working on setting up, that live stream is also going to be a live podcast. I think I can do both at once. We're going to see. Or we might have an individual podcast and then the live stream to take off from there. But I'm working on that right now. I'm going to have my CurtisCandy.com website. I'm going to switch that over to where it just directs you where to go if you want to see the podcast, to the Patreon, to the YouTube channel, and gives a description of what goes on at each so you can decide where you want to go, what you want to be a member of. There really were, Morgan says, I like the one. I feel like it works better. And the best thing too, Morgan and I are talking about the other streaming service. At least over there at the Goosh, when we stream, you'll get notified, because the way it looks like it's set up, obviously it's Patreon only. So if you're going to the stream, you're a member of the Goosh, and you'll get a notification from them. But you can also, Crowdcast is the software that I use to do these streams. If you want to sign up with Crowdcast too and just follow us there, you'll also get a notification from them. No more. Yeah, thanks, Hades. Yeah, Savis is my boy. I mean, Einzel Gone is really cool too, but Savis was my boy in that series. So there's going to be a lot moving over there. I'll keep you guys posted on it. I've been working on it. I'll be working on it over the next days, getting everything set up for the podcast, the live streams. We can do over there, we determined yesterday, it was kind of funny the way we did it, and again, Morgan will back me up on this. But we determined that for some reason, if you use Crowdcast's own software to stream, which we did yesterday, it's instant. There's no delay like there is here. You guys are, when I say something, I have to wait anywhere from typically about 5 to 15 seconds for you guys to catch up and be able to respond. It was instantaneous there. That's going to be cool, because I got a bug flying around here. Because I'm hoping to do, I'm going to hit it. Oh, come here. See if my reflexes are still any good. I'm hoping to do live watch parties for things. If there's something big on TV, on cable, on anything like that, something that's available to everybody, and we can all get together and have watch parties because it's in real time. I've wanted to do that here forever, but there's no way. When you stream through YouTube or Twitch, there's always that delay. It really is immediate. Hot word vagina. Exactly, Morgan. That's how we tested it yesterday, because the gang was telling me, they said, listen, I think we're seeing you in real time here. And I said, well, let's test it. I said, so now you guys, I'm going to count down, and then I'm going to say a keyword. When I say the keyword, everybody type it in the chat as fast as you can so we could see if it was actually in real time. So I said 3, 2, 1, vagina. And it was like, vaginas just ran all up the screen. And I like when vaginas are all over my screen. Smokey Loki says, how awesome has the Water 7 Enies Lobby arc been, right? Fucking fantastic. I'm looking forward to the next One Piece adventure at the Goose. Loki, I'm just blown away. I always, before I can really determine favorites, I have to kind of, I don't know, absorb it a little, be away from it a little first. But clearly, my favorite arc in any individual arc in an anime has been the Chimera Ant arc in Hunter x Hunter. This is close. This Water 7 Enies Lobby arc is really close. I don't know if it'll surpass it. Again, I need more time to digest it. But if not, it's right directly behind it. It was freaking fantastic. It's been so good. One Piece is just so phenomenal. And just like I said, well, actually, you guys might not have seen it yet. I might have said it in the video that's going up tomorrow. But it's so easy to see why One Piece is the all-timer. The world record holder, the groundbreaker, however you want to call it. It's just phenomenal. And the emotion, the whole thing with Robin and Luffy, and then, of course, even to a more surprising degree, the Going Merry. Who would have thought I got all choked up and everything because of a boat. It's just amazing. Godzilla from his album is amazing. I didn't see. Oh, Eminem. I don't dislike the guy. I've never been a big fan. How far are we on S-Class? I love S-Class. Favorite character so far, Scott. I like probably if we ignore the waifu angle of Professor Bitch, although I don't like to even think about ignoring her, it's probably Karma. Karma's a great character. I like him. My Hero Academia Naruto vids is great. fantastic series. It was fun doing the couple vids I have. One at the Goosh, one we did the other day at the YouTube channel that are in regards to My Hero Academia, because it kind of stirred those embers again for me. Oh, I don't know. Favorite Grand Theft Auto 5 mission? I don't know. That's something I don't think within a video game, and especially one like Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't know that I have favorite missions. It's just fun running through the thing. I don't put that much thought into one mission over the other. Let's see. What's up with the TV like static thing going on? You got static? Mine's good. What? Anybody else? Chrome's got some sort of static going on the stream. And I'm a little leery because this morning we had no upload speed at all. Spectrum was having all kinds of issues. You don't have that, Jamie? Not on my end. It must be something. Mine's good. Yeah, there is static for Instinct. See, I don't just have my my software up. I have the stream up as well. I'm not getting any. Huh. No, I'm not sure what would be going on with that. What sports do you follow, Curtis? Do you follow NFL? Smiggy, yeah. Well, I follow college football is like my number one thing. NFL, I follow baseball. And in the NBA, my lifelong favorite team is finally good again. Actually good enough to be thinking about a championship good for the first time since the early '70s. The Milwaukee Bucks. No static. Huh. I don't know. It could be something, because some people have it and others don't. I'm thinking might have something to do, Chrome, with the YouTube servers, maybe. Something in the go-between. Because again, it looks good on my end, and I'm not getting any notifications about bad stream health in my dashboard. So probably just something buggy in the YouTube servers. Hey, Big Green, that is odd. That would be my guess, because different locations, you're going to be utilizing different hardware through YouTube. So I'm assuming that's the case. I really want ERB to get you one of their vids. Oh, that would be awesome, Instinct. That would be an honor to do that. I love those guys. Love them. Out of curiosity, what kind of cartoons did I watch as a kid? Zach, I've always been a cartoon fanatic since the time I was little, and it never went away. My favorite TV shows now are mostly all cartoons. If I sit down to watch TV, it's typically South Park, Simpsons, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers. It's something like that. I've loved animation forever. So when I was a kid, you didn't have the big selection of cartoons like you do now. So I was naturally a big Looney Tunes fan. But I like the Pink Panther too. He was always cool. Never a big Scooby-Doo guy. As I've told you guys before, I was only really got into Scooby-Doo when they would have the Harlem Globetrotters on, because I loved ever since I was a little kid, I loved the Globetrotters. But all the typical fare. When I was a kid, you got cartoons on Saturday mornings, and there were a couple of them, and they're usually like the low budget, low rent ones you would get on Sundays. I think that's where they used to stick that Johnny Quest. That horrible, stupid cartoon, Johnny Quest. I think that used to be one of the Sunday ones. Ed, and Eddie was fantastic. Psychopath. Yeah, that was a great. Brax and I spent Tom and Jerry. I like Tom and Jerry. Spazka and I spent a lot of hours on Ed, and Eddie. Yeah, the Looney Tunes were great. The new DuckTales reboot. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that one, Taekwon. The DuckTales reboot. I remember the original DuckTales. Woo! High School DxD. Now that's some quality animation right there. Jose, I'm not really looking for anything at the moment anyway. Anything new to react to? We got a nice full slate of stuff coming up as it is. I can't wait to get back to our pal Da. It's been I want to see Perfect Cell versus Genos, especially now that I saw him against Saitama. But every time I go into DA's site, it's like I told you guys, like a kid in a candy store. There's so many cool things. I end up watching something else out of order because something else caught my attention. You gotta go back to work, Jamie? Oh, okay. No, thanks for being in while you could. Not a problem. Again, the streams, now that we can run them so smooth, that's why we've been having them regularly again. Because they run so smooth now, they'll always be here. Do I dare enter by love says, well, that's a question we all must ask ourselves before we enter one of these chats. Itachi versus Jiraiya. Who you got? Oh, again, I'm really poor at power scaling. I'm not good at it at all. Um, I typically just go with what my first instinct is because to get into all the finer details and ins and outs, I'm going to forget a lot of it anyway. So my initial instinct is I'd have to go with Itachi. Tracker Wholesome Too says $5 sucky sucky. Okay, I'll go back to work now. Excuse me. And as ridiculously racist as that may sound, I can't help when I see sucky sucky. That's the voice I hear. I read it in. um, if this were one of those reaction streams, I would have shown you a Venture Brothers clip where the Scooby Doo guys show up and they're all drug addicts. That would be pretty awesome. I got to do another one of those, Michael. To be honest with you, I could have done that today. I just completely forgot about it. It's what Michael's talking about is if I stream through OBS instead of XSplit. XSplit's my favorite just because I've been using it forever. But if I stream through OBS, it's got a feature where people can sponsor 30-second clips of videos. We had to cap it at 30, of course, because of copyright concerns. But yeah, I'll try to remember to do another one of those, Michael. I didn't even think about that. I could have done that today. I'm so used to just clicking the XSplit up. Thanks, Jacob. Oh, rub you a wrong time. every other post today it contains something that makes me hear it in a really bad Asian accent. Was there a bad Asian accent today? Was that Freudian or something? Let's see. Did you know that DC Comics do crossovers with Looney Tunes and Hanna-Barbera? No. No, I didn't know that, Taekwon. That's kind of cool. Huh. No, that would be really cool. No, I didn't know that. Well, I haven't followed comics in many, many, many years. Again, just not enough time. Fukushima, Big Green says. Yeah, going back a few years, but that was Fukushima. That is such a tragedy that. But didn't I read? And now you guys can correct me if I'm wrong because my memory is bad. If I know something to be a fact, I'll tell you. But if I'm not certain, I don't like to purport it as being so. Weren't they warned about building a nuclear plant at that level against sea level? That low, in other words, at that low in elevation? I thought I had read somewhere that internationally, nuclear watchdog groups had said, nah, don't put that there. And the Japanese were like, nah, it's cool. We got this. So, but again, I don't know if that's true. I thought I had read that at the time, though. Nacho says, everybody's gangsta until the giant centipedes attack. I mean, I don't have a secret underground laboratory for genetic experimentation. Look, a mermaid. And that's well put, Nacho, because that will work on me for eternity. I'm simple. Look, a mermaid. Where? As long as as long as it's not Kokoro there. Granny from, yeah. That mermaid kind of fucked me up a little bit. She's rescuing all the straw hats there, and you're like, oh, look at the beautiful mermaid, and I can't wait to hear her story. And then they take the next shot, and it's her, and it's like, oh, that it actually hurt a little bit. Courage the Cowardly Dog was brilliant, PC format. Courage was really good. That had a real Courage the Cowardly Dog had a real edge to it as well. For being a quote unquote kids cartoon, it was kind of edgy. Where's my son? He's at college. He's at school. I just came. That's why the stream's late today. I was up visiting him. Him and I had some errands to do up there. He had some books he had to get and stuff like that. For you, Curtis, just turn on some porn and you comply and believe anything. Well, even more than that, full on is once the porn's on, I don't really accept anything else from the outside. It's laser focus. You should watch Barefoot Jen. It's like Grave of the Fireflies, but less tragic and more gory. Jeez. Get back to making Moolah. Okay, thanks, Morgan. Thanks for being in while you could, hon. I appreciate it. Return the slap or suffer my curse, Curtis. Return what slap? Animaniacs was really edgy. Yeah, it was, Glenn. Yep, Animaniacs was a little twisted too. You know what took it down a notch too. If you, I don't even know if they show some of them anymore, but some of the early SpongeBob's had a little bit, not as much as like Animaniacs, but had a little bit of an edge to them, and you can see where they consciously went and just cranked it down a little bit. Dexter's Laboratory, that one was okay. I wasn't as into that one. It was okay. I watched it. I wasn't as into that one as some of the others, though. Declan Naruto, again, Christian, if it's a rap battle, it's not anything I need recommended. I'm aware of the rap battles. I'm sure we'll be doing more of them as we go. But those I'm always aware of. Johnny Bravo was cool. Way better than Johnny Quest, anyway. I hated Johnny Quest. I don't know how many of you guys even remember that one. That was so stupid. I mean, you could never, obviously, create something like that today. It was so racist. I mean, the way they, first of all, the one character's name is Haji, and the way they treated him and everything. Oh, it wasn't good. Chrome says, tempted to show you something super. Oh, girly. Sorry, Chrome. Dyslexia is terrible. I read that as gory. I was like, I like gory. I like girly too. Something super girly is a joke for a $100 video soon. Show you some classic shoujo to see how you react. It sounds like I should be scared, Chrome. I should be frightened. Johnny Bravo was a mama's boy who was always trying to get his dick wet. Johnny Test, Quest, and Bravo. Really, by love. And the worst of them was Quest. Trust me. I'm glad you brought that up. Leslie says Chowder was my favorite. I like Chowder too, and I was trying to. The name had gone out of my head, not surprisingly. You know what I liked about Chowder? Do you guys remember how I liked that the animation? I don't know how to describe that. When the characters moved, the clothing didn't move with them. It's like the clothing was a set pattern, and the character would move behind it, type of thing, almost. Do you remember what I'm talking about? I don't even know how to describe that, but for some reason, that used to attract my attention when watching that one all the time. Powerpuff Girls, I didn't watch that much, but Courage, Courage was awesome. My girlfriend loves Chowder. Does she, brothery? It was a great series. It was fun. Oh, okay, hold on. Chrome says shoujo is the opposite of shonen, like Dragon Ball. Shonen is for boys, shoujo is for girls. Oh, okay. So basically the shows that inspired Ribery Ann. So magical, girls. Oh, goddamn Ribery Ann. Boy, I wanted her to get punched in the face so bad. Their textures were static. There you go. Thank you, Crypto. Crypto much more eloquently described what I was trying to say. And I don't know why that fascinated me, but visually it did. That just always stuck with me I mean, I liked the show as well, but that just always stuck with me. I was a big Star Wars: The Clone Wars fan along with Samurai Jack. I never watched Clone Wars. Brax did. Brax liked Clone Wars. Adventure Time, another classic. Yep. Adventure Time, that was a great one. Gumball. Gumball is entirely weird, zombie. And I love that's one of the few that I still get to see. I just don't have much time for anything other than just what I do with my normal routine every day. But when I take a quick break to grab something to eat for breakfast or lunch, I'll go to a cartoon. And typically it's Gumball that's playing at that time. So Gumball I still see every so often. Richard is a legend. Richard is just the best. Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. Wow, old Space Ghost, Em. I used to watch all those. I wasn't as big a fan of Space Ghost, but he just seems so lame as opposed to other heroes to me. But I hadn't thought about him in ages. There's another one. God damn, you guys read my fucking mind. Seriously, I was just about to say there's another one, and you guys will know it, and you guys know how titles and names are for me. It's always difficult. I knew I was going to have to struggle to get it, and as I looked at the screen, Lil said regular show. That's what I was going to say. Regular show, especially the early seasons of regular show, were some of my all-time favorites. I loved regular show. Muscle Man. Woohoo! Oh man, that was such a good show. So bizarre too. The character designs, the gumball machine and everything. Flintstones, that's going way back. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, another classic. Another classic. That one had some edge to it too. Billy is one of my all-time favorite cartoon characters. Boy, this is fun reminiscing this stuff. Flintstones, of course, Peter, being my age, definitely watched Flintstones. They weren't up there at the top of my list of favorites, but I watched them. I watched them regularly. Cow and chicken is the reason people grew up wanting to eat ass. Nice. Ren and Stimpy. I forgot about Ren and Stimpy. I like them. Again, those weren't Ren and Stimpy weren't one of the ones high on my list, but I did watch them. Cat Dog was cool. Cat Dog was fucked up too. Captain Caveman. There's an old school name. I haven't thought about Captain Caveman in ages. Jacob, you know who else likes regular show? My mom. Oh, Flapjack, yes. Flapjack was a really good one too. Psychopathic says, yeah, that was now there's another one I'm trying to think of. One of you, oh, He-Man, I have the power. There's another one I'm trying to think of right now. One of you probably, as you see, the chat goes by pretty quick. One of you probably said it, and I missed it. And now again, I got to get Foster's Home. Foster's was really good too. I really liked Foster's. Excuse me. Hey Arnold, yeah, I'm football head. That was a good one. Jetsons, Andreas. Yep. Jetsons was one of my regulars when I was a little kid. Jetsons was a real regular. Original Transformers. I watched that one a lot because my oldest son, from my prior marriage, my oldest son was way into Transformers. So I would see that because he was way into it. Uncle Grandpa. I forgot about that one. I like that too. Uncle Grandpa was pretty twisted too. The whole thing with the tiger and everything. Yeah, I almost forgot about it. Captain Planet. We never got into that one. I watched it a couple times, Leslie. Excuse me, but I never got into it. Phineas and Ferb I loved. Kim Possible were pretty good. Proud Family. Proud Family had never really attracted me that much. Phineas and Ferb I liked a lot. Phineas and Ferb were excellent. Dexter's Lab. Dexter's Lab was cool, Maz. Like I say, it wasn't one of my favorites, but I liked it. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I didn't watch a lot of that, but I remember that one. All those shitty Sonic cartoons. I never got into those licks. For some reason, Sonic never captured my imagination. I mean, right from the early video games, and I can't remember what system we're on specifically at the time, but right from the very first Sonic games, I bought it, and it was like, I played it for a little while, and at first I was like, wow, this is really fast, that's cool. And it got old for me in a very short period of time, and I never really played the game anymore, and never really got into the series because of that. Ed, Edd n Eddy, we talk about that one too, yes. That's a classic. Ed, Edd n Eddy. Yu-Gi-Oh! I never watched. Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, the first exposure I had to Yu-Gi-Oh! Was through the abridged. Invader Zim or Get Out. Invader Zim was cool. The best Sonic cartoon was Saturday AM anyway. What did I think of He-Man? It was okay, Zach. I watched it quite a little bit. He never really, because he was more of a hero character, he just didn't stack up against a lot of the other heroes. Didn't like She-Ra at all. That never caught on for me. Gravity Falls was good, Leslie. Gravity Falls was fun. Yep, I've forgotten about that one. What's the, Recess was cool. Wow, I haven't thought of that one in ages, Steven. Recess was good. Guys, what's the one, Codename Kids Next Door? This is fun. I haven't thought of a lot of these names. Holy shit, in ages. Rugrats? I'd forgotten about Rugrats too, Em. Jesus Christ, this is amazing. You know, when you go through and list them like this, it's amazing. Holy crap, how many cartoons have been out there? There was another one I was just trying to think of, and now, oh shit, I got sidetracked. I'm sure you guys will say it here. Jimmy Neutron? Almost forgot about Jimmy Neutron. That was a classic. Sheen. One of the great characters of all time. Yeah, Hey Arnold, we had mentioned. Good old football head. I liked that one a lot. Doug was okay. Fairly Odd Parents. Good one, Will. Fairly Odd Parents was another one I really liked. And it was funny because I remember when Fairly Odd Parents started. And why this sticks out in my head, I couldn't tell you. They were showing previews of it, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like a kind of a stupid plot. But it ended up being one of my favorites of that era. I liked Fairly Odd Parents a lot. Batman the Animated Series. Didn't watch a lot of that, Jacob. Not a lot. Danny Phantom was okay. The original Doug was okay. Yep. Two Stupid Dogs. I only saw bits and pieces of that, Em. I never saw a lot of that. What is the one, guys? What is the comic? And I'm making sure that you guys don't say it as I'm saying this. That, and I can't think of the name. It's had several different iterations, several different seasons. Fuck off, Train. And it's set up to be like Survivor. The reality show Survivor was the kind of the impetus for it. Oh, what the hell's the name of it? You guys will come up with it. Jabberjaw was good too. Jabberjaw was good. You guys know what I'm talking about? Drama Island. Yep, that's it, Jacob. Thank you. I was trying to remember. Total Drama Island. Yep. Thanks, guys. That first season, I enjoyed that. Brax was real into that, and he kind of pulled me into it. I was like, I don't know. I really liked the first season, saw a little bit of the second, and then kind of lost track of it. But that ended up being pretty good. I liked that one. Total Drama Island, again, was another that on concept. I thought, I don't know. But it was fun. Came from Papa Franco. Yeah, greasy Papa Franco. Franco is the absolute legend. Absolute legend. I don't know, Lix, but I like it. Lix says, how did this turn into the cartoon reminiscent hour? I'm having fun with this. This is why I like, this is one of the reasons I enjoy so much sometimes when we go into a stream like this that doesn't have a specific direction. Because sometimes the off-ramps we take, the offshoots we do here, are really fascinating. This has been fun to me. Johnny Bravo, yep. Johnny Bravo was, like I say, Johnny Bravo was cool. As long as it wasn't Johnny Quest, I was good with a Johnny. What's this? Michael says, seen the 90s reboot of Johnny Quest? No. It was called The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest because it was more mature than the original. It was good. Was it? See, Michael, I hated the first one so much. I don't remember having seen that. But I have to admit, I would have skipped it just because I despised the first one. The original was just so bad. And I used to get pissed off because that was back in the day, again, when there were, you didn't get many cartoons. So I used to be so pissed that some of the little bit of a window in time I got every week to watch cartoons, a half an hour of it was taken up by fucking Johnny Quest. Legends of the Hidden Temple. Nope, brother, you're not familiar with that one. Wild Thornberries. Rocket Power. Wow, two good ones, Loki. I liked both of those and forgotten about them. On the Wild Thornberries, the dad's mustache and outrageous accent used to really get, I don't know why that stuck with me. Sometimes it was cool. Other times it was like, okay, you're annoying me. Yeah, this is my boy. Save us. HR Puffin stuff. Yeah, that's going. HR Puffin stuff. Let's see if I can remember it. Who's your friend when things get rough? I can't remember all of it. I know it ends with can't do a little because you can't do enough. Something like that. That was, and it had the magic flute and everything. HR Puffin stuff was definitely created to reflect drug culture. There's no two ways about that one. Power Rangers. I never got into Power Rangers. I watched some of it, Smiggy, but I never really got into Power Rangers. King of the Hill, of course, was a classic. Yep. Tom and Jerry. Yep. Jacob, I used to watch them in the old school days. They were right up there with the Looney Tunes for me. I liked Tom and Jerry a lot. The Tick cartoon. I never saw that. Like, I remember when that came out. Isn't that the one that his name will come to me. The guy who voiced the Tick. He's been in everything. He's from Seinfeld. We know him most because one of our favorite rides at Disney World is Soarin', and he's the captain in Soarin'. What's his name? The Tick. I didn't watch a lot of the Tick, and I should have. It'll come to me. If you guys don't have Warburton, thank you, Smokey Loki. Patrick Warburton. Yep, Crypto. I always liked Patrick Warburton. I liked him way back in Seinfeld. I always remember. You guys remember the episode of Seinfeld where he was a face painter, going to the hockey. And just his attitude about things. You're gonna and Elaine, you're gonna go out like that? Yeah, that's right. Everything was. Yeah, that's right. He was great. Iron Giant. Now was that a series too, Colton? I remember the movie, but I didn't remember if that was a series. That was a series too. Beavis and Butthead, all legendary classic. Yes, there are still several different memes, quotes, whatever, from Beavis and Butthead that works their way into my everyday life all the time. Biker Mice from Mars. Licks, that name that actually sounds familiar. That one I don't remember enough about to even tell you anything about the characters or anything, but I kind of remember that name. Camp Lazlo. Camp Lazlo was pretty good. Iron Giant. I see. I didn't even know Iron Giant was a series. I just knew the movie. Before school, I used to watch the old TMNT, and again, now that goes back to my older son. When he was young, he was a big Turtles fan, so I used to watch some of the TMNT with him. The new Voltron was pretty. Was it really? Voltron I never got into all that much. Excuse me. TV for me, bunghole. My name is Cornholio. The great Cornholio. Oh man, those are great times. Great times. Thundercats I didn't get into. I tried it, Zacharias, and for some reason, it's just like anything else. Everything is the personal taste. They just never resonated with me. I never really got into that one. Cat Dog, yes, Cat Dog was funny too till the end of time. Cat Dog was twisted and funny. Yogi Bear, wow, Andreas, that's going way back. He was Yogi and Boo Boo. That was one of the ones that, because we had such limited cartoons when I was a kid, I would watch it. Wasn't among my favorites. I didn't hate it or anything like Johnny Quest, but it was like, Yogi, boy, Boo Boo boy. It's all right. I kept waiting for the Ranger to just get tired of his bullshit and shoot him, but other than that, Tom and Jerry, yep, mentioned that one. That's good. Yes, Daniel Courage, the Cowardly Dog. That was a great series. Again, twisted, edgy, and really good. Dexter's Lab, yep, remember that? Again, it was not high on my list, but it was okay. Ben 10 or Wak Fu? Wak Fu, I'm not sure what that one is. South Park is the best anime. Well, you guys know I'm a South Park nut. I love South Park. There's an American cartoon. Oh, let's see if we can figure this out for Nacho. I can't remember the name, but there was an American cartoon where an American kid lived in Japan. He had a Western animation style, and everyone else was in a more anime style. Wow, that's not familiar to me at all, Nacho. I wonder if anybody else knows what that is. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Anybody have any idea of what he might be looking for? I still like The Simpsons, Jacob. I've always liked The Simpsons. Still do. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, both of them. The early one, the Johnny Depp one, and the Gene Wilder one. I like both of them. Anybody Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs? Is that the one you're looking for? PC format saying Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs. Jackie Chan's Adventures. Jackie Chan's Adventures? I don't remember that. I don't remember that one. Nacho Libre. That movie wasn't bad. It wasn't as good as I'd hoped it was going to be, but it wasn't bad. That's all I've seen is the movie. Ninjago. Ninjago. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. Squidbillies. Full on Shugmatic. What is that? That sounds familiar, but I can't really remember anything about it. The name sounds familiar. Rick and Morty was good. Rick and Morty, I watched probably the first season and a half, and I never intentionally, there was nothing wrong with it. I didn't stop watching. I just didn't get back to it. And then once you lose track for a little while, it's like, and then I just moved on. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, I remember that, but I never really watched it. Remember Ratchet and Clank games? I remember the games. I didn't play them, but I remember them being out. That was back when they came out when I was heavily into gaming. Astro Boy, I never was into Astro Boy that much. Never played it. Ever seen Moral Oral? No, I have no idea. What is that? Is that a cartoon? I've never heard of that one. Pink Panther, yeah, King Arthur. That was one of my favorites when I was a kid. Now, from what I understand, here's a good piece of trivia for you. I remember being blown away when I was a kid when the Pink Panther spoke. Now, in the original Pink Panther series, not anything updated, because from what I understand, they've updated it with things where he's spoken. Do any of you know the one quote, the one time the Pink Panther spoke what he said? Let's see if anybody can say it relatively quick where they didn't just go look it up. I remember because it stuck with me forever. Because, again, I was a nut for Pink Panther, and I was watching when it happened. I was like, fuck, he just talked. I was like, it made my whole day. Anybody remember what that was? No? Let's see. Right you are, Robin. I am Weasel. Yeah, uh, yeah. It's you almost dead on. Jack Bones has got the right idea. He says, "Why can't humans be more like animals?" It was man, but why can't man be more like animals? And I was so shocked to hear that he had that accent and everything. Yep, you got it, Jack. That's exactly what he said. And I still remember exit stage left. That was what was that tiger's name that used to say that, Glenn? Oh shit! Now you're gonna admit, no, Batman. Why can't man be? Taekwon knew it too. Um, I was so shocked. That stays. It's funny how things stay with you after all those years. I just remember being. I was jazzed right up. I was bonered right up. I was like, the Pink Panther talk. I was running out to tell my mom. She's like, yeah, okay. Similar sensation when Charlie Chaplin first spoke, I'm sure. Hey, who was it? Snaggletooth, guys. Was it Snaggletooth that you say exit stage left? Glenn's got me thinking about that now. Snagglepuss, not Snaggletooth. Thank you, Dandy. Yes, Snagglepuss. Thank you. I couldn't remember who that was. Yep. Codename Kids Next Door. That was okay. That wasn't one too that I watched regularly, but I'd seen several episodes of that. That was good. Inspector Gadget, I was never a huge fan, and that show got really big for a while. Maybe it's because it was based on the old Get Smart TV series, and again that was on when I was a kid, and I never liked that then. My parents would watch it and laugh like mental patients, and it's not that the humor went over my head; it just wasn't that funny to me. What was the hot agent though? 99? Was she 99? Whatever she was, I remember as a kid thinking she was hot, but I never really cared for the show that much. Excuse me. M says, "Oh my God, you need to watch more Oral. It's a claymation. Oh, I like claymation animation show about a kid who constantly has people impart their religious Protestant values on him, but he always misunderstands and thinks crazy shit is good." And that actually does sound like something that would be right up my alley. That type of concept. uh, Venture Brothers actually. Michael Tannock has been. I'd never even heard of Venture Brothers, and when we use our other system for live streaming, when we use OBS, you can tell because if I use OBS, there will be like a frame around your frame and everything, a frame around me, and the whole nine. And when we use OBS, people can sponsor like 30-second clips, and he started sponsoring clips of that Venture Brothers, and it's funny as hell. Just seeing in the clips, and I'd never even heard of it until Michael started doing that. Go Team Venture. It's been really funny. What is you know what show I want to watch, and it's because of you guys getting me into it and showing me the clips. God damn it. I hate that. See, again, any nouns, titles, things like that always stick on me. It's about the black family there. The grandpa is all messed up and everything. He's fucked up and always talking shit. Guys, oh, come on. Think of the name of the show. That just everything that you guys Boondocks. Thank you guys. Every clip you guys saw of Boondocks you showed me of Boondocks almost made me piss myself. Jesus Christ, those are some great characters. Boondocks, yes, Boondocks. Thank you guys. That is one that somehow, somewhere, I want to fit into a schedule because I want to watch that. All I say, Uncle Ruckus. Yes, there it is, Uncle Ruckus. He is so fucked up, and it goes back to the old, excuse me, reaction video streams where we could actually, at the time, we were able to show a little bit in the streams. And you guys kept giving me those clips, and I just remember it being so funny. Yeah, brother E. I want to watch that one from the start. Crypto the Super Dog. That name sounds familiar, but I don't remember that. No, I haven't seen Samurai Jack, Jacob. Haven't seen that. Smallville. Smallville was... Was Smallville animated? I thought Smallville was live action. I again, I could be wrong. Camp WWE. Oh, didn't they... Was that, Glenn... Was that one of the early shows on the app? I remember Camp WWE. I didn't really watch it. Or was that one on TV? I don't remember. I remember bits and pieces of it, but even with my wrestling background, that one didn't hold my interest at all. If we can watch Boondocks on YouTube, they should be... Oh, really? So Boondocks is something that we might be able to... Well, you guys got me curious. Is there any chance we could actually do reactions to it on... Hold on a second, guys. I'll be away from the chat for just a second. Let me look something up. What brother are you saying there? That's caught my interest. Let's see if anybody's doing that. Reactions to them. Because I always wanted to see that from the start now. Boondocks Best Moments. Try Not to Laugh. Challenge the Boondocks Edition. RTTV did Boondocks 2x4 reaction, so it looks like they're reacting to it. Boondocks Best References. I only see one group that seems to be doing reactions to the actual series. Boondocks Uncle Ruckus Funny Moments. This is something, well, if nothing else, we could do, it looks like we can do reactions to some clip compilations of the show that are up. I would be willing to do that. I've always been fascinated with that. Yes, this was a lot of fun, Em. Actually, I got to go very shortly, too, so you won't be missing much of anything. Yeah, it's a little after 5. I told my wife's making dinner, and again, I just got put a little behind today. We'll get a regular stream up tomorrow, and also I'll be giving you guys over at the Goosh at our Patreon way more details on all the stuff that'll be coming up there. I got to try and figure out if we can podcast and live stream at the same time, so people can hear the podcast or watch the live stream. And if you watch the live stream, you can actually be part of the podcast. Excuse me. Who's your favorite, my Mitsukage or Tsunade? As far as waifu material, Naruto vids, it's the Mitsukage. And nothing against Tsunade, but she's just hot. Space Ghost, yep. That was one I had mentioned earlier. I watched it. He wasn't one of my favorite heroes, but he was okay. I didn't see Code Lyoko. I've heard of that, Colton, but I have not seen it. Real quick, did you see the Orlando Brown Nick Cannon story? No, Glenn, I don't know anything about that. I don't even know, what it's in reference to. I'll have to look it up then. I didn't know there was something going on there. Pinky in the Brain. I remember that's a good one, Eric. Hadn't seen anybody mention that one. I didn't watch that one a lot, but I remember that. Mighty Mouse. That's going back to my day. That one I did watch a lot. Black Phoenix when I was a kid. Yeah, Mighty Mouse was one of my favorite heroes. I liked him. There is no need to fear. No, that was Underdog. No, that was Underdog, right? The Underdog is here. Yeah, that was his catchphrase. I forgot about Underdog. Okay, phone, Shugmatic. Like I said, I gotta head out in just a couple minutes anyway. Digimon. I've seen Digimon Colton in the again in clips when the gang had showed me clips, but that's all I've seen of that. Speedy Gonzalez. Excuse me, guys. Oh, of course, Speedy Gonzalez, sure. Absolutely. Rocky and Bullwinkle. It's funny, Steven, because that was, when I was a kid, that was really huge. And I watched it, but again, that wasn't one of the ones on my upper end. I used to watch it. Boris and Natasha, but it wasn't really one of my big ones. I just mentioned that probably before you got in, brother. Yeah, I just talked about that. He says, in One Piece, are you liking Water 7 and its Lobby arc? Do you think it's as good as Chimera Ant arc? Like I was saying earlier, for something like that, as far as favorites, I need to get away from it a little first. I found that over time in watching the anime, I really get a better feel for my overall take on something once there's been a little time in between it. However, to this point, the Chimera Ant arc is still my all-time favorite. But when I take in this one as a whole, the Water 7 and his Lobby arc, I don't know. It'll be really, really close. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's been just fantastic. Nothing certainly has gotten to my feels really hard and effectively the way that this arc has. Ben 10, the original Ben 10, yes. Jesse, the original Ben 10 I enjoyed. It wasn't something I watched a ton of, but enough of it that I know it well. But I did see some of the new one and didn't like it at all. Turned it right off. I don't even know why. It just didn't click with me. Favorite Looney Tunes character, Smiggy? That's too tough for me. I was such a Looney Tunes fanatic. I don't know how I could pick one. I was an absolute fanatic for Looney Tunes. Hong Kong Phooey. Good one, Andreas. Number 1 super guy. Hong Kong Phooey. Quicker than the human eye. How'd it go after that? He's got style, a groovy style. I'm trying to remember the lyrics. Was a heart that just won't stop? I think that's the line. When the going gets rough, he's super tough with a Hong Kong Phooey chop. Yeah, I watched too many cartoons, I'm telling you. Daffy Duck was cool. Bugs. I liked Bugs, but Bugs could be kind of a bully too. Galaxy Trio. I never heard of that one. PC format. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Arthur was cool. This is how I am with Layla Starr. She was so good, then she went. Excuse me, Kim Kardashian. Layla Starr. I'm not sure. That name's not clicking for me. Oh, Speed Racer. Yes, I used to watch Speed Racer. Yep. Droopy Dog. Oh, yeah, I remember Droopy Dog. Bob's Burgers. We mentioned that earlier. I like Bob's Burgers. My wife hates that show. I like it. The American Dragon, Jake Long. That one's not familiar to me, brother E. Do you know D-Way? I do not know D-Way. Kung Fu Hustle. The movie High Rise, I think. I'm not even positive, to be honest with you. It's been so long. I don't remember if I have seen all of it or pieces of it. Angela Anaconda. Listen, no. It scared the F out of me when I first saw it. No, I never even heard of that one. Huh. Outlaw Star, we're currently watching as a Goshen 100 series, and Trigun is coming up as a regular series. Where's my notepad? Is Trigun next, or is that second after Assassination Classroom? Yeah, after Assassination Classroom, it's Demon Slayer, then Trigun. Clifford the big red dog. He was a favorite of mine in the newspapers. Because, comic strips, I was big on that when I was a kid. He was one of my favorites in there. Naruto legend. Goof Troop was cool. Goof Troop was fun. The Addams Family. Ba-ba-da-dum. The Goofy movie? I don't know if I saw the Goofy movie or not, to be honest with you. I remember when it came. Peanuts. Yeah, I liked all the Peanuts. House of Mickey? Don't remember that one, brother E. Don't remember that one. Rocko's Modern Life was cool. I liked Rocko. Zootopia movies? They're good. Actually, I shouldn't say they were, because I saw the first one. I don't remember if I saw more than that or not, but the one I saw was good. I liked Zootopia. Winnie the Pooh. That's one of my wife's favorites, Instinct. That's one of her all-time favorite characters is Winnie. I do like... one of my favorite songs of that type is Return to Pooh Corner. Love that. When Kenny Loggins does it, really, really done well. Dragon says, I'm a gay dinosaur. Yeah, me too, Big Green. He says, I like the adults in Peanuts with a wah, wah, wah voice. He says, yeah, the teacher would always be talking to him. Beetlejuice. I remember that when it came out animated. I loved the movie. The cartoon was like, eh. Rugrats were classics. Yep, Leslie. Rugrats I like. All right, guys, unfortunately, I got to go. I'm probably missing my dinner down there, and that's not a good thing for a fat man. This was really fun. That's why I say sometimes it's so much fun to have these streams where it's just a turn it all loose type thing, because we always end up on a topic or going in a direction that's a lot of fun. But hopefully tomorrow everything will be back to normal. I want to get another Resident Evil gameplay going, because I don't want to forget any more than I already have with my horrible memory as I'm playing that. And I'll keep you guys posted on all the extra stuff that's going to be coming up over at the Goosh. When I get a better handle on everything that's going to be there, I'll make a standalone video for the YouTube channel so you guys will know exactly what's going on. But yeah, thank you guys for this. This was a lot of fun. I would have never thought to make this, let's name all the great cartoon series as a concept for a live stream. But you guys took it that way and ran with it, and it was a blast. So thank you very much for hanging out with me. And my wife's making baked chicken, so I'm gonna go eat it. I'm gonna go eat it like a boss. Does anybody say like a boss anymore? Just 58-year-old dumbasses? That's what I figured. All right, guys. Talk to you later.